everyone, thanks for being here. Welcome to the next video of my series on statistical tests using SPSS. If you're watching this video, it means that you're aware of the basic terms in SPSS. If you're not, then don't worry, my previous videos in this series will help you get acquainted with it. Now, today we are going to discuss one of the most popular statistical tests. Not only it is useful for many studies, but it's also quite easy to apply. The test name is ANOVA. I will explain to you how and when it is applied, and most importantly, how to interpret the results of the test. ANOVA is an acronym. It stands for Analysis of Variance. Simply put, variance means difference. So when we put it in the context of statistics, ANOVA aims to check or analyze the difference. Now the question here is difference between what? It can be the difference between two categories of data, two sets of data, or two variables of data. ANOVA can be performed in two ways. The first one is one-way ANOVA, where there is only one dependent variable and one independent variable. The independent variable must have at least two levels or two groups. The second one is two-way ANOVA, where there is one dependent variable but two independent variables. The independent variables in this case must have multiple levels or groups. Let's examine the application of ANOVA using a case. Company ABC is an analytics company which studies the politics of different countries. Before the upcoming elections in India, Company ABC conducted a survey to check whether the Indian people's knowledge about politics is influenced by the gender. The respondents in the survey were either male or female in the age group 18 to 50 years. So gender as a variable has two groups or levels, male and female. On the other hand, Company ABC measured the respondents' political knowledge using a test. The score of the test ranged from 0 to 50. The null hypothesis for this test is there is no influence of citizens' gender on their political knowledge. I will now demonstrate how to conduct the one-way ANOVA test in SPSS. Now let's look at the results. Since the significance value, as we can see in this table, is 0, we will reject the null hypothesis, and therefore we can say that Company ABC concluded that gender does in fact influence the knowledge of politics in India. This can further be proven in the mean column of this table, where we can see that the mean value of males is 39.7, whereas the mean value of females is 23.5. Therefore, the mean values also support that there is quite a difference in the political perception of males and females. So, using one-way ANOVA test in SPSS, the company was able to prove that gender influences political knowledge of citizens in India. Company ABC next wanted to show that education level along with the gender influences people's knowledge of politics. So, in this case, we have three variables. First is knowledge of politics, which is our dependent variable. Then we have gender and education level, which are our independent variables. Education level in this case consisted of school, college and university. Since we have two independent variables, we must perform two-way ANOVA test. The biggest advantage of ANOVA test is that it offers the flexibility of comparing variables with different scales of measurement. For instance, gender is a dichotomous variable with two options, that is male and female in our case, whereas education is nominal with multiple choices like school, college and university. I will now demonstrate how to perform it in SPSS. So as you can see, when we perform two-way ANOVA test, it shows us three results: effect of gender on knowledge of politics, effect of education level on knowledge of politics, and effect of education and gender on knowledge of politics. This table shows that since the significance level for gender as well as the combination of gender and education are 0, the null hypothesis is rejected. So we can conclude that there is an impact of gender and education together on the knowledge of politics. Therefore, using two-way ANOVA test, we can prove the combined effect of these two independent variables on the dependent variable. One-way ANOVA test is applicable in cases where there is one independent variable and one dependent variable in the hypothesis, whereas a two-way ANOVA test is applicable in cases of two independent variables.